terrible. And I can't see him lasting more than a year in the NFL just based on his past health history. I mean, maybe I'm overreacting, but he just took this one hard. He called it devastating.
Yeah.
And
Maybe it's just his look. Maybe that's his look. We just we just now figuring out that that's how he looks when he's not happy. Because right now, I'm sure he's not. Ole Miss, Alabama tomorrow at 2:30 on CBS. We're going to break that down for you throughout the day. Peter Burns is going to join us from the SEC Network in hour number 2, as well as Darrell Hackney, and hopefully Roddy White's going to join us, and other guests will be stopping by. Trent Richardson and Antonio Lang will be with us here in hour number 1 and 2 as well. So look forward to that. I want to remind you about one of our great companies, that is Local Realty, one of our great sponsors. Jeremy and Gina Miller have done a terrific job when it comes to really putting together a company that helps you save money on your home. It's on the sell side, $2,900 flat fee for that $500,000 listing, up to a $500,000 listing. And that's going to save you thousands, tens of thousands of dollars when you sell your home with Local Realty. 5-star on Zillow. They've sold thousands of homes all throughout the Metro Birmingham area. They continue to expand their company all throughout the state and hopefully all throughout the Southeast. But a lot of people that have worked with them, they've got unbelievable testimonials about it. Millions of dollars they've saved people. Check it out for yourself. LocalRealtyFlatFee.com. That's LocalRealtyFlatFee.com for more information on Local Realty. All right, we're live from our presenting sponsor, Top Golf of Birmingham. Mark Grenier and all the great folks here. So come on by and see us. We'll be here at 2 o'clock. But if not, get out here and enjoy this for tailgating before UAB games. A big one tomorrow night, UAB Liberty at 6 o'clock kickoff from Protective Stadium, and a lot more other things for you and your family, co-workers, and friends out here at Top Golf of Birmingham. All right, we're live from our AVX studios on the road. Stay with us.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
The flagship station for Alabama Crimson Tide football.
Alabama touchdown.
Only on Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Meet Bob Manetti. In 2016, he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Bob participated in a clinical trial that included cutting-edge radiation therapy and surgery. He's been in remission since completion. I'm Keisha Sharp. Since losing my mother to pancreatic cancer, I've been working to share the kind of state-of-the-art work being done by Stand Up to Cancer and Lustgarten Foundation. To learn more about the latest research, including clinical trials, visit pancreaticcancercollective.org.
Everything is better at Benton Nissan. At Benton Nissan of Bessemer and Benton Nissan of Hoover, you get an even bigger selection. We have more than 400 used cars on the ground. Don't pay above sticker for new cars when we have like-new used cars waiting for you. Drive a little, save a lot at Benton Nissan of Bessemer, 5487 Academy Way, and Benton Nissan of Hoover, 1640 Montgomery Highway. Benton Nissan, your friend in the car business. For qualified customers, see dealer for details. Everything is better at Benton Nissan.
If you're in HR, you're probably wearing a lot of hats. Recruiter, team builder, trainer, mediator, policymaker, and of course, paper pusher. But not anymore. Bamboo HR is the #1 HR software for small and medium businesses. It manages all your employee data easily and automates countless tasks, so you can focus on people, not paperwork. Bamboo HR frees you from spreadsheets, so you can do your real job, creating a great place to work. If the data shuffle and paperwork mountain have you ready to hang up all your hats, you're ready for Bamboo. If you handle HR records and paperwork, Bamboo HR is a dream. Let us free up your time and put your days of pushing paperwork behind you, so you can focus on the people and making your company a great place to work for everyone. Try PC Magazine's top pick for HR software free today. Just go to bamboohr.com/panda. This is a limited offer only available to radio listeners at bamboohr.com/panda. That's bamboohr.com/panda.
It's the Home and Auto Bundle Extrava Festa Save-a-thon, the annual year-long event where you can save big by bundling Home and Auto with Progressive. So big that we're kicking things off with fireworks, a monster truck battle, a fighter jet flyover, and it wouldn't be a party without the Home and Auto Bundle Extrava Festa Save-a-thon dancers. You can't really hear them, but trust us, they are working it. So come for the fun and stay for the savings. Only at Progressive's Home and Auto Bundle Extrava Festa Save-a-thon. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS $37,000.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect you from IRS collection agencies. They have the power to garnish your wages, put liens on your property, and levy your bank account. Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-324-4522. 800-324-4522. Don't wait. Call now. 800-324-4522. 800-324-4522.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
A very warm afternoon. The sky partly to mostly sunny, the high 88. For tonight, fair with the low at 69. Tomorrow, partially sunny with a high at 86. Sunday, some clouds around, the chance of a few passing showers during the day, the high at 81. I'm James Spain on the ABC 3240 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 85 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
All right, welcome back in as we continue broadcasting live from Topgolf of Birmingham as we have a lot going on today as we got some guests coming by as well as guests going to be joining us on the phone. Darrell Hackney will be with us, UAB's former quarterback. Hopefully maybe Roddy White may be joining him as well. And then we got a little bit later on, Peter Burns from the SEC Network is going to be joining us as well. So look forward to that. And a lot happening out here. So Antonio Langham now joining us at the AVX studios here at Topgolf of Birmingham. He's typing on his text, and all of you at home can see that as we're talking to him. It's like I'm talking to my kids now.
I know it.
What's happening?
That's how we do it nowadays, baby. It's all about the phones.
All about the phones.
They're right, Larsy.
How come you never return my text, dude?
I do return your text, Lars. So don't say that. You just choose to text at 1 a.m. in the morning.
That is true.
When I'm here.
It's like get one of about 12:30 or 1 o'clock. Hey, man, can you talk?
Usually when I'm trying to get my bearings after after a happy hour moment.
That's awesome. Theo, when you look at this game that's going to happen across the street, UAB Liberty, I know we talked to Mark on Thursday, and you were with us on Wednesday as well, and talking about how big this is for this program. But, you know, we played at Legion, had a lot of history there, has a lot of great memories. But this is a new chapter, not just for UAB, but for Birmingham, for a lot of great events. And I hope the high school championships come back here for the playoffs and the championship games especially.
Well, after 1992, they should have closed Legion Field in anyway, because it
was done.
Yeah, it was done. We had made way too much history in '92 right there. They should have shut Legion Field out and bronzed it. You think, Lars?
You made the play, right? And Legion Field has so much history, though, and we've gone through it many times. Always found it interesting, called the Old Gray Lady, because that's what the New York Times is called. But probably Legion Field almost been called that the same amount of time. But and Jay, your own history at Legion Field, selling Coke, right, in the upper decks. Is that correct?
Yeah, I actually played in the Sugar Bear Bowl when I was 5 years old. That was my first time I played at Legion Field, which was crazy. And I think I played there one other time after that in Little League, and then
Was that tackle?
Dude, we didn't have flag. You know this. Did y'all have flag in Nebraska?
No, I'm just saying, man. Lincoln is 6.
We played two-hand
Lincoln is
like
Lincoln is 6, and he's got a game tomorrow. They're undefeated.
Full pads from the time I was 5 years old all the way through. Yeah, it's crazy.
They don't do that anymore.
No, they do it. I mean, that's Trent's kids. They've been doing it since they were like 5, 6 years old. So, it's not that it's not still out there. It's just people are choosing from a health standpoint to maybe start their kids a little bit later in the tackle and playing. I love flag football, so I'm not saying anything bad about it. I think it's a really good development place where kids.
It can be full contact too. I mean, there are plenty of tackles being made in flag football.
Yeah.
You think Protective Stadium mode they'll be jumping tomorrow, man? But it's history though. It's history about to be made right over there.
There is. Yeah.
UAB has been patient. They've utilized Legion Field as long as they could. And I think this is great for UAB now to have their own stadium to be able to kick it off. Even though they have a pretty good game ahead of them, I thought they would have a good game, a real good game against Tulane. But UAB seems to be on the right track. They'll bring Liberty in here with Hugh Freeze and what's a guy named Malik Willis. So they'll have a good matchup, and I think UAB will be victorious and make history for their first game in Protective Stadium.
Have either of you guys been able to see any tape of Malik Willis? I know that Mel Kiper and Todd McShay, they have him as a potential first-round draft pick. And, boy, he has developed a long way from when he was at Auburn. And, he couldn't see the field. And I don't know if that's an indictment on Gus Malzahn and his inability to develop quarterbacks. But Malik Willis is a special player.
Well, we're talking about Todd McShay and Mel Kiper. They've been wrong for the last 5 years. So
was Mel Kiper around? He was around when you got picked, right? Where did he have you? Did he have you as a first-round draft pick, Antonio?
I didn't pay attention. I really didn't pay attention, so I don't know what Mel Kiper had me. But for the last 4 drafts, at least, Mel Kiper's been totally wrong. So I don't know.
He never has. He looks the same. I mean, it's amazing. Has that same hair flow that he's had for years. The Malik Willis, I think the biggest thing about him is it could be that the offense that Hugh Freeze runs is, maybe more simplified for him as far as early on when he was developing to get his confidence back, because they really did that. They got his confidence back. And that's what Lane Kiffin talked about that when he came in Alabama. He said, the biggest thing is not about expanding the playbook, but it's about shortening it. And to where when you get out there, you got plays you feel really confident about, really good about, and you can go out there and execute at a very high level. And I think Hugh Freeze is probably a better play caller than Gus. I mean, he was a really, really good offensive coach and a developer of quarterbacks and really knowing how to get them in rhythm in a game. And I think that's what he's done with Malik Willis. And what a great story. I mean, a guy that didn't have really a chance to play at Auburn, and then transfers, gets a chance. That's huge for a guy like that. And talking about Heisman's or talking about him maybe playing at the next level. I mean, that never would have happened for him if he didn't have a chance to go play at Liberty. Plus, Liberty's not playing quite the competition Auburn plays week in and week out. So a lot of that too.
So speaking of Auburn, who do you guys expect to start at quarterback? Bo Nix or TJ Finley? Saw Bo Nix get benched last week, struggled. Yeah. And then TJ Finley, former LSU quarterback who came through the transfer portal, led Auburn on a long drive to win the game. And I have a feeling that Harsin is going to stick with Bo Nix as the starter, be my guess. But you look at Bo Nix's record on the road, it's not very impressive. And I think Auburn fans want TJ Finley to start. But Jay, what's your gut tell you about who Harsin's going to start on Saturday at LSU, where Auburn hasn't won in about a century, it seems like?
I can't imagine them not starting TJ Finley. I mean, the guy, I think, earned it based on, look, he did play Georgia State. Antonio and I talked about this the other day. I mean, it's not like he went out there and he beat, Alabama or, beat even a Mississippi State. I mean, it's Georgia State. So it was a great play, a great, comeback for them. He led the team. And look, if I'm them, he's going back to LSU. Maybe that gives him a little bit of a, extra, say edge or a competitive attitude about wanting to go out there and beat those guys. But, Bo's going to be on the sideline. He'll be right there. He's got a ton of experience. If TJ Finley's not playing well or they feel like they need to make the switch, then they can. I mean, it's that easy. So I don't think it's something that, I don't know. If TJ doesn't start, does that Antonio split the team at all? Do you think the team wants to see him be the starter based on the way that he won that game?
I'm pretty sure the football team wants a spark. And I feel like when TJ came, spark.
Mm-hmm.
But the end of the day, still confused by everybody. They act like Bo had thrown interceptions in 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
It's not playing bad. Okay, you fix your offensive line woes, and then let me see what happens. You put any quarterback under the pressure that Bo is under, and you ask him to make throws. Ask him to do it. Okay, AJ is in the game, and he starts out. First of all, LSU knows him, so they know how to play him, know how to confuse him. So when he's playing bad, then you go back to Bo. Then what are you going to do? You're going to find a third-string quarterback and switch to him? I really think Harsin is pulling the trigger too quick in a lot of situations in Auburn right now. RELAX.
Relax.
There you go.
Did you get that? Can you spell that there quick?
I know. Yeah.
You're a man of words. Yeah.
No, I know it's the Aaron Rodgers reference, but I actually do think Carson's going to stick with Bo Nix, and he kind of I think let the cat out of the bag, so to speak, earlier this week in a press conference where he feels real comfortable with TJ Finley coming off the bench. I don't think he meant to say that, but yeah, I think it's going to go with Bo, go with the experienced quarterback, and I don't know. I think it's going to be tough for Auburn this week.
Keep going with Bo because Milo T called.
And maybe Daddy.
Hey man, you might want to look at the numbers. We gave Bo.
Wouldn't that be? I mean, if that kind of stuff goes on from now on, like if you got corporations call and say, "Wait, we're paying this guy this much money, we expect him to play."
Do you realize how much money they're giving Bo now?
I have no idea.
I'm calling.
Do you know?
I'm calling. Hey man, you better tell your boy to put Bo in the game.
How much
man.
is he getting paid? Do you know?
I don't know. But I heard.
So. Oh, you heard? What'd you hear?
Huh?
What'd you hear? 6 figures.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
Right now, that's sweet.
Hey, let me tell you about Fully Promoted. We got Trent Richardson also coming up with us next segment as well. Look forward to hearing his thoughts on Alabama, Ole Miss, and some of the other big matchups around the SEC. But if you struggle with finding new ideas for branding and marketing your business, is your organization trying to find unique items that people really like to receive and use? In today's competitive business environment, your brand needs to stand out and needs to be noticed. Fully Promoted offers extensive branding and marketing solutions to get your name in front of your potential customers. They have local experts that specialize in putting your logo on apparel, team gear, caps, promotional products, trade show items, and also printed materials. They provide access to samples you can actually feel and touch, and personalized service to assist you with product selection and also decoration methods, taking your brand to the next level. So call Fully Promoted today at 205-406-6430 and mention that you heard this ad on the Jay Barker Show for a special offer. That's 205-406-6430. That's 406-6430. Are you fully promoted? All right, live from our presenting sponsor, Top Golf at Birmingham. We'll continue this Friday edition, getting ready for the big matchups against Alabama, Ole Miss, UAB, and Liberty, the first game at Protective Stadium. Stay with us.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866-4-VITURO or visit VituroHealth.com.
Hi, it's Jay Barker for AVX, Audio Video Excellence. They are the premier provider for custom audio-visual design and installation in the Southeast. AVX seeks excellence in everything it does, including a superior employee experience. AVX offers employees an industry-leading salary, insurance benefits, and 401k options. AVX technicians also receive the highest level of certification and continue training, making it one of the most awarded and decorated companies in the industry. Career opportunities are available now for technicians in Birmingham and Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. Join the AVX team by contacting them at avxinc.com.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. If you're average and you're looking for a new pair of running or walking shoes, I suggest you go to an average shoe store where they'll sell you a pair of average shoes built for the average person with average size feet. But here's the thing, you're not average. No one is. We all exercise differently. We run differently. We walk differently. And our feet come in all sorts of widths and lengths. That's why at the New Balance Birmingham store, we employ fit specialists who will conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot's size and shape, along with your gait, and then determine the best New Balance shoes custom fit to you. Because New Balance isn't your average shoe, and you're not average either. Experience the difference an unaverage custom fit makes today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham, your feet will thank you.
Hi, it's Jay. BhamBroker.com. Broke 205-716-1269. Got 7 kids, man, and we had to sell a lot of cars. And these guys are looking for a lot of inventory. They helped us with all the hassle. No stress for us. They did the process as far as the sales and everything. Handled it all the way through. White glove type service. You'll love it. Again, it's BhamBroker.com. Sell your car through BhamBroker.com or 205-716-1269. Hi, it's Jay Barker for Siebel's in downtown Homewood, and now's the time to get your special place ready. Come in and let Siebel's design your porch with Kingsley Bait outdoor furniture and one of their custom swinging beds. For the great room, you're going to need their Carson swivel recliner. Siebel's is the #1 Carson recliner dealer in the country, and Sarah and I, we've got one, and we absolutely love it. Be sure also to check out their famous custom-made beds and bunk beds, built by Siebel's and made up with some of their best linens in town. Their staff can truly put your bed together like no other store. You can also follow Siebel's and shop on Instagram and Facebook. And be sure to call or go by their special store in downtown Homewood. The number is 800-448-1962. That's 800-448-1962. And just for listening, go to SiebelsCottage.com and order anything you want and type in Jay Barker for a special discount code. That's Jay Barker for a special discount code available only to our listeners for a limited time on the Jay Barker Show. Siebel's in downtown Homewood or online at SiebelsCottage.com.
It's Antonio Langham here to tell you about the easiest way to buy your tickets to your next high school game. Have you ever had to wait in line to buy a high school ticket or stop to get cash on the way to the game? There has to be a better way. There is. It's called GoFan. Check out GoFan.co the next time you need a ticket for a high school game. GoFan is easy, fast, and completely secure. You can buy tickets directly from your phone. Just show the ticket at the gate. Download the GoFan app or visit GoFan.co now. That's GoFan. Letter C, letter O.
All right, welcome back in. And again, hour number 1 here at this great location. And if you look out, Top Golf. Unbelievable. Top Golf at Birmingham, and come out and enjoy it with your coworkers, your friends, your family. We call it the bowling of this generation. And you can see why. The way people sit around and the food and the drinks, and just a lot of fun for a lot of groups, a lot of charities, have charitable events out here. Tony has done a bachelor party out here. Not him, but he's been at one. But the bachelorette parties, birthday parties, you got the terrace right over here beside us as well. This
couches are so comfortable. You can take a little nap. As Trent knows.
Trent fell asleep out here with the fans going. Man, he was in La La Land. All right, let's go to Trent, and I wanted to get your take on the Alabama Ole Miss game coming up. 2:30 tomorrow, CBS, and a lot of hype surrounding it. And we've seen not only Lane Kiffin, what he's done offensively, the numbers the last couple of years at Ole Miss with Matt Corral, but also what they've done on defense. I mean, he actually sent his defensive staff out to Iowa State to study everything that Matt Campbell and that defense is doing. And it's really more kind of a Big 12 style defense where it's 3 up front, you're going to drop 8 out, kind of a 3-4 look, but it's they really want to put more guys in zone, more guys to really make you have to throw around them to get interceptions, and also try to get guys involved in the run game. But Alabama should be able to, whether it be just the line that they've got or with a 2 tight end set with Cameron Latu, who I know is coming off a little bit, been banged up, but then Jaleel Billings, who's really come on of late. But talk about that from a running perspective, what Alabama needs to do in this game in order to control the line of scrimmage.
Well, for me, Jay, I always like when I played against team that played that 3-man front, and, they kept their guys kind of, more of a linebacker, because you got a good offensive line, they can get a good push. I mean, so anytime you get out, you get off the ball, you're at least going to pick up 3 to 4 yards a pop for sure. And so, it's worked for Ole Miss, and what they've been doing, with their secondary has been good for them. But for the run game, I think Bama should be able to have a field day, and they should be able to get in the groove on his defense, because they are in that, that weird. I don't want to say weird, but they are in that, 3-5? Are they in now? And what is
Yeah.
it, 3-5? Oh, they in Ole Miss like a 3-5.
For Ole Miss, 44, the transfer from Maryland. He's a really good player.
Yeah, but and so with that, I think Alabama should be able to, get the run game going. And I think that, for them to be able to win this game, to go in this game, to think they're going to win, they got to be able to run the ball.
Is that okay? So, what do you expect the offensive game plan to be for Alabama? I mean, you just kind of hinted at it, but you think it's going to be a run first?
I doubt if it's run first. I mean, you look over the last 5-6 years, we've been pass first. But I think the more success we're going to have is going to be on the floor. It's going to be on the ground. So if they were smart, they would use every one of them backs. I mean, I think Robinson's going to play, right? He's going to play. I mean, he got some bruised ribs or something like that. Get him going. Get Trey going. Get Chase going. Get them guys going and get them in the flow. I mean, this is the type of game that you got to get them back 30 times a game. This type of game right here, because you don't want Lane to get out there and start. That's what you don't want him to do.
Antonio, what do you think Pete Golding's going to do, just in terms of trying to slow down?
Those kids, those young men out there have to run the defense, and we're not watching the film, so we may get in the film room and watch it and see that he's calling the right defense. They're just not executing. Guys are not going where they're supposed to go. They're not hitting the right gap. If they're supposed to go in the A gap, they're not hitting that. And for the listeners out there listening, usually the A gap is the gap between the center and the guard. All right. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. B gap is between the guard and the tackle. I'm just giving you an explanation so people listen and be like, what is the A gap? What is the B gap? So they might not be hitting the right gap. The linebackers may be running off, over pursuing. I'm not going to say everything is on Pete Golding.
Yeah, it seems like Pete Golding has become a little bit of a punching bag among Alabama fans, and I think that's unfair. But just from what you've seen so far, going back to the Florida game and how Florida was able to run the ball, just what improvements are you hoping to see, Antonio, from the defense tomorrow?
Well, I mean, we need to, if we can eliminate the run. Florida ran the ball on us. Florida ran the ball on us good.
Really
that
good,
running game was that running game is what kept them in the game, because that kept us off balance. When you can establish your running game and then your passing game work, it balances everything out. Now you keep the defenses off balance. You keep the defense off balance. Lane's job will be to keep Alabama off balance. And if he can establish somewhat of a running game, against Bama, we already know he can throw the ball. He got a quarterback right now that's sitting there as the lead guy in the Heisman hunt. We know he can call a offensive to throw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
If he can establish a run against Bama, we're going to have problems. If we can eliminate the run and just force him to throw the ball, now in defense, we can pin our ears back and go get it. But if we don't, if we let him be able to be balanced all day, and balance is 50-50, if he can run it and he can pass it, we're in for a long night.
Jay, I'll kick it back to you. We've talked to a couple guests this week. Just if you were Lane, and what do you think the pathway is for Ole Miss to pull off the upset?
I think the biggest thing is I think he'll come in and try to throw the kitchen sink at Alabama. And the key is not to do that. The key is to try to stay patient and do the things you did last year. They really didn't work on the outside on our corners because of how good the corners were. We got some pretty good ones this year. But inside is where they really worked hard with the running backs and the tight ends. So I kind of see them kind of going to that same game plan. And they also ran the ball well against Alabama. And Alabama's, again, that defense, the front seven has a lot to prove. Everybody's kind of been on Henry Toto, but I'm telling you, that kid is a phenomenal athlete. He is a great player. He is a teammate that everybody loves. They love him in the locker room. He's a great leader, and he's learning, as it goes along. He's overrun, a couple times, or at times I feel like he hadn't been protected as well up front with the defensive line where they're letting those guys get to the second level. But I think he's going to be a key of shutting down Corral as far as not just in the passing game and working against those backs and tight ends, but more importantly, spying him, not letting him break out and make some big runs or big plays throughout the game. Hey, small, medium-sized business owners out there, you may not be aware, but you may be, that there are additional government stimulus dollars available to your business outside of the PPP loan. If you had employees and retained them during the COVID-19 pandemic, there's up to $33,000 cash refund per employee available to you no matter if you had a financial loss or gain. For over 23 years, the tax attorneys and the CPAs and e-tax breaks have been identifying tax credits and those cash refunds available to you and your business through more than 3,000 federal and state programs. Now, these are not loans. They do not have to be paid back. The e-tax breaks team has recovered over $2 billion for their clients to date and can serve you nationwide. The best part is there is no fee to find out if you qualify. They only go off what's called success fees. So there is no financial risk to you ever. You pay nothing unless they find credits or refunds for your business. And about 90% of small businesses are eligible to take a few minutes, reach out and see if these guys can help you in your business. See if it qualifies. Go to etaxbreaks.com, etaxbreaks.com, or simply call 855-659-1231. That's 855-659-1231 for etaxbreaks.com. All right, we'll continue live from right here at Top Golf of Birmingham and our AVX on the road studio. Stay with us. We'll be back.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
Your home for Alabama Crimson Tide football. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
If you owe the IRS back taxes, then get ready to pay up. The IRS has giant private collection agencies actively tracking down folks who owe the IRS. So if you think dodging them was stressful in the past, it's going to get a whole lot tougher. Optima Tax Relief has this advice. Don't wait. Solve your tax problems now before it's too late. Optima Tax Relief works to stop the demand letters, stop the aggressive collection actions, and stop the IRS collectors from targeting you. Ask Optima about the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands, and nobody knows this program better than they do. Optima is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, and they get results, having resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Get a fresh start. Call today for your free consultation.
Call 800-386-9945. 800-386-9945. 800-386-9945.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
High prices don't get you a great network. A great network gets you a great network. It's why Total Wireless runs on the largest, most dependable network, now with 5G. And for a limited time, we're doubling your high-speed data on our $35 unlimited plan from 5 gigs to 10. So you can double your binging, your scrolling, your everything. Total Wireless. Do amazing. Available at Total Wireless stores. Capable device and SIM required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. Offer ends 12/31/2021. First 10 gigs at high speed, then 2G. Terms and conditions at totalwireless.com/terms.
Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
Time for an oil change? We've got what you need to check it off your list. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Valvoline Max Life High Mileage Motor Oil and an STP oil filter, plus an STP air filter or cabin air filter, all for just $35.99. And you can get it all fast, your way. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Start your job today at AutoZone.com. Restrictions apply.
I'm one of thousands of women with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC,
which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body.
I'm living in the moment and taking Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy.
Be in your moment. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com.
Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Exam 4 needs to be sanitized.
Mersana's MRI clinic isn't operating at max efficiency. She needs a new certified tech certifiably now.
Someone's waiting in room 2 for an ACL scan. Can you handle that?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
A very warm afternoon. The sky partly to mostly sunny, the high 88. For tonight, fair with the low at 69. Tomorrow, partially sunny with a high at 86. Sunday, some clouds around, the chance of a few passing showers during the day, the high at 81. I'm James Spain on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 85 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
This guy is one of the best finishers of a run that I've seen in a long time in college football. Takes the handoff again, breaks 3 tackles, gets away. And Trent Richardson picking up a couple blocks. He might take it. Cuts back, stays on his feet. What a move. Shake it, bake it, and he makes it. Touchdown.
All right, welcome back in as we continue from Topgolf of Birmingham, and a lot going on here as far as we got guests stopping by, as well as Darrell Hackney, the former quarterback for UAB, will be with us coming up top of the hour. So look forward to that, as also may have Roddy White with him from the Atlanta Falcons, as he's trying to get him to come on and spend time with him celebrating UAB's Liberty's matchup tomorrow at 6 o'clock tomorrow night, and it's going to be a good one. And it's going to be a great moment, not only for UAB, but for the city of Birmingham as well. But a lot going on here in downtown Birmingham, right across the street from Topgolf of Birmingham. And Topgolf of Birmingham is going to be a great place to come and tailgate with us before or after the game. And also, as we've told you before, just a great place to come out with your friends and family. We really appreciate Mark Grenier and all the great folks. And we might see a plane actually come right over the top here with our cameras. It lands right, well, I mean, I pick it up just a little bit to the left. I might get it here in a second. But beautiful place. Lars out, Antonio's out. And also Trent is out as well. And glad that all of you could join us on this Friday edition with us on BamaInsider.com or throughout our network and our flagship station as well, Tide 100.9 FM down in Tuscaloosa, which will be at tomorrow. Actually, I'll be with Outkick and Innisfree from 9 till 10 o'clock doing their pregame show, and then head over to our Tide pregame show right there at 12:25 on the Strip. So look forward to that for a couple hours as well. And a lot going on tomorrow as we get ready for an Ole Miss Alabama matchup and a big one. This is we've talked about 23-0 with Nick Saban. We talked about the assistants that haven't had a chance to beat him yet. He had an interview this week that said, look, it's inevitable. I mean, it's going to happen at some point in time. And I know there's nobody that would rather make that the first time than a guy Lane Kiffin in Bryant-Denny Stadium to try to pull off the upset. I don't see it happening, Lars, but I know football. I know things can happen. I know momentum can get shifted. I know they've got a lot of talent on offense that they can get up and down the field very quickly. They like to push tempo. And you asked me earlier, to me, I think if Lane wants to win this game, he's got to play or he's got to call more discipline. He's got to, in my mind, he's got to never get away from the run. He's got to stay with that in order to continue to open up the passing game and also to keep the pressure off Matt Corral, because those defensive ends for Alabama can come get you.
Antonio, who do you give the advantage to in the chess match between Lane and Nick Saban / Pete Golding? The fact that they know each other so well, does it give Lane an upper hand because he understands what Nick Saban is always trying to do, especially because Nick is essentially the secondary coach? Or do you give the advantage to Lane? Or do you give the advantage to Coach Saban because he was with Lane for 3 years?
Honestly, man, Lane is good. Lane is very good, and Lane knows how to create matchups, man, mismatches. And you've seen it before. He'll call a play, and he looks out after he called a play. He looks out, he throws his hands in the air because he's created what he wants. Now, Pete Golding and Nick will work hand in hand, but we basically watched Lane dominate last year, correct? Yeah. We pretty much watched him dominate last year. This game is not going to come down to if Lane can outthink Pete Golding and Nick Saban. This game is going to come down to the fact of the matter, if Ole Miss defense can play lights out for 4 quarters. If Ole Miss defense can play lights out for 4 quarters, they can win the football game, but they are going to have to play lights out. We know Ole Miss can score at any point in time from anywhere on the field. The problem is when they score, can they stop Bama from scoring? Because at some point, Bama's going to muster up enough strength to stop them a few times to get the ball back. So that's going to be the issue. Can Ole Miss defense play lights out? I don't think they can.
All right, we got coming up to the top of the hour, and a lot to get into on the other side. Again, Darrell Hackney will be calling in, and look forward to visiting with a former UAB quarterback. He was a big quarterback, man. Big guy. He put up some numbers like crazy at UAB, and really a lot of success for him while he was there. And had a chance to see him down in the Jacksonville State game down in Montgomery. They played at the Crampton Bowl, the first game of the year, and he was such a great guy, such a nice guy, and look forward to visiting with him. And he's excited about that. He's not going to be able to make it from Atlanta here for the game, and actually had a couple of tickets that he might want to try to give away on there. I said, well, we're not a music station, and we don't have a station. So, but he's funny, but a really fun guy to talk to.
Have you been on the Outkick show before?
I've been on a while back. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So any crazy questions that you've gotten that have nothing to do with football, more to do with you and Sarah?
Yeah, definitely that. I mean, because it's kind of where they're at, in that area and stuff. But I look forward to it. And I'll be on there, I think it's from 9:10 to about 10 o'clock in the morning, and then head over to do our Tide with Joe Gaither and all the great guys there at Tide that we do each and every week heading into the matchup. So it's going to be a fun day in Tuscaloosa.
And then you're going to hustle back up to Birmingham to see Harrison.
Get back here as fast as I can and hopefully make it back for kickoff and be here for that. So we'll see.
You got a helicopter set up, Jay?
I don't.
He got a helicopter set up
somewhere. Even just to need a police
like
escort.
Prime time, like Dio.
I got a yes, all right. All right, hour number 2 is coming up next. Darrell Hackney is going to join us. Stay with us.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. Achieving your personal best often comes down to how you feel. And when it comes to the right shoes, nothing feels better than New Balance. The fit specialists at the New Balance Birmingham store conduct an in-depth analysis and gait, determining the best New Balance shoes for you. Experience the difference of custom fit today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham, your feet will thank you.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866-4-VITURO or visit VituroHealth.com.
I'm excited to tell you about our newest sponsor here on the Jay Barker Radio Network. They pioneered the chicken finger box and the chicken finger restaurant. That's Guthrie's. Guthrie's recipes and process are often imitated, but never duplicated. Look, their sauce is probably the most copied sauce of all sauces all time. And I've known this family since my days down in Tuscaloosa, and they came over, and man, I tell you, it's nostalgic even today to see my kids going to that same Guthrie's. And great family, do so much for the community, but more importantly, provide the best when it comes to chicken fingers. Get out to Guthrie's today. I want to tell you about my good friends at Southern Assurance Group. Hi, it's Jay Barker, and look, Ken Needham has done a terrific job. Local company, 205-980-1505 is their number. That's 980-1505. Again, local, you can speak with the same team every time you give them a call. Full line of products from auto, home, boat, life. You'll trust them. They have a great deal as far as the relationships they build with their customers, and 20 years with the same company and industry. Custom approach for your insurance needs. Give them a call, 980-1505. That is Southern Assurance Group. Hi, it's Jay Barker. I want to tell you about my good friends Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker. Go online at bhambroker.com. That's bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Got 7 kids, man, and we had to sell a lot of cars. And these guys are looking for a lot of inventory. They helped us with all the hassle. No stress for us. They did the process as far as the sales and everything. Handled it all the way through. White glove type service. You'll love it. Again, it's bhambroker.com. Sell your car through bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Whether it's for lunch or dinner, head out to the Cajun Steamer. It's a New Orleans style joint that serves authentic Cajun and Creole food, cold beer, and great drinks. They are known for their wide array of Cajun classics and original creations prepared in an authentic fashion. This Louisiana kitchen can have you slapping the table for more. Stop by the Cajun Steamer and sign up for your Alabama, LSU, or Auburn fan card. Eat with the Cajun Steamer while your team is on TV and use your fan card to receive a 15% discount on your entire meal. With locations in Hoover, Trustful, Huntsville, and Franklin, Tennessee, they've got you covered. Head out today to the Cajun Steamer.
It's Antonio Langham here to tell you about the easiest way to buy your tickets to your next high school game. Have you ever had to wait in line to buy a high school ticket or stop to get cash on the way to the game? There has to be a better way. There is. It's called GoFan. Check out gofan.co the next time you need a ticket for a high school game. GoFan is easy, fast, and completely secure. You can buy tickets directly from your phone and just show the ticket at the gate. Download the GoFan app or visit gofan.co now. That's gofan.O.
Birmingham's best Mexican restaurant for over 20 years and counting. That's La Paz Restaurant in Crestline Village and Mount Laurel. They've got a great staff. Its delicious menu, award-winning cheese dip, and margaritas and vibrant atmosphere have helped to make La Paz a local favorite. Blue corn nachos, Texas barbecue quesadillas, steak and blue quesadillas, Baja fish tacos, signature fajitas, and much, much more. So head over to La Paz today. If you want a great lunch or a great dinner, you'll find all that at La Paz, Crestline, and Mount Laurel for lunch or dinner.
WTUG HD2 Northport and W265CG Tuscaloosa. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Touchdown. That championship trophy is headed back to Tuscaloosa. Now 15 dominating with this defense. Richardson breaks free on the sideline. End zone. How about that? You saw the Gatorade shower this time. I love it. Cooper's wide open. Tide rolling again. Alabama again, the champions of college football. The Roots are kicker and will not be caught. Touchdown, Greg. Alabama back on top. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins. The Crimson Tide will not be denied. Devontae Smith cannot be stopped. Saban with his 7th national championship. National championship number 18. 13 in all. Absolute perfection.
Jay Barker led the Crimson Tide to a national championship in 1992. Winner of the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award and a finalist in New York for the Heisman Trophy. Voted the SEC Player of the Year. Drafted by the Green Bay Packers, seeing time with the New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers. The winningest quarterback in Alabama history with the record of 35-2-1. Member of the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. Jay Barker brings that same championship quality and football expertise to his own radio network and show. Joining him is University of Alabama professor Lars Anderson, who is also a New York Times best-selling author and a 20-year veteran of Sports Illustrated. Live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham, The Jay Barker Show.
Back in hour number 2. We're live from Top Golf of Birmingham, our presenting sponsor, also driven by Sunny King Ford on the sunny side of the street, Oxford, Anniston. Go by and see Tony Russell and all the great folks at Sunny King Ford. We also got one of our local realty sponsors, Gina and Jeremy Miller, going to be joining us here in just a little bit. And actually, Gina Miller, I found out, cheered for the guy that's coming up next at UAB, Darrell Hackney. She was a cheerleader at UAB at that time. And so let's welcome in the former quarterback of the UAB Blazers. Had a chance to see him recently down at the Crampton Bowl and UAB and Jacksonville State game. But Darrell Hackney joining us here on the show. Darrell, great to have you on, man. I hope you're doing well.
Thanks for having me on the show. I do really appreciate it. Go Blazers.
Man, talk about just what this means for not just UAB fans, the players, the just everybody. I mean, as far as what this game means as far as opening up this new stadium and a new beginning, as we've seen the restart of this program and now where they've come.
It really means a lot. People who's been with UAB from day one, they really understand what this is going on, what this is about. How some people may shed tears come Saturday night when the game comes on, because no one predicted this to happen for UAB. Everybody left us for dead, and look at us now playing in our own stadium. I'm excited for the program and the direction it's going in.
Just, can you just give us your thoughts on the job that Coach Clark has done over the last few years and bringing UAB sort of back to life and leading UAB to just incredible success?
It's been incredible. I think you couldn't put another person in Coach Clark's shoes that would been able to do what he's doing right now, to bring the program back from the dead, to getting top recruits to come to Birmingham and play and just be notable. I know back when I played, we were ranked in the top 25 for probably about 1 or 2 weeks, and I see that going in UAB's favor. We should be in the top 25, in my opinion. But Coach Clark has done an excellent job. He gets all the kudos, and the ring speaks for themselves where he's brought this team from.
Can you imagine being able to practice and being able to play in the facilities that UAB has now? And at the time that you were playing, and everybody always used to talk about it, and then finally it took the program going away, and for the fans to fight back and get the program back up and running, and then now the facilities are just first class.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine playing in those facilities now. When I played, the facilities are great. I toured the facilities a couple of years ago, and it's just great to see that you play for a university that's really excelling in everything they're doing right now. I'm excited for the fans, the team, the support staff. Everyone should give themselves a pat on the back who had anything to do with UAB getting a stadium, getting top-notch facilities to be able to recruit players to come in to those facilities. That's one big part of getting guys to leave their hometown to come to UAB and play football and win championships.
So, a lot of talk about where they'll end up as conference-wise. Could UAB end up in the AAC? I know we've seen where there's so many opportunities that are out there right now because of all the different realignments and what's happened with the Big 12. Just your take on that. I mean, would you like to see them move to an AAC? Or, I know the Big 12 would be an unbelievable move for them, but or would you rather them stay in Conference USA?
I haven't did a lot of research on what's best for the program, and I can just give you speculation. I think the Big 12 or the AC will be best for UAB. We've won 2 out of the last 3 Conference USA championships. I played all 4 years in Conference USA, so I'm kind of biased towards Conference USA. But if other conferences are getting better, I would hope to see UAB join another conference to get better as well.
Darrell, what drew you to UAB? Why did you end up attending UAB? And you had such a successful career. You played in the NFL. You played in CFL for a little bit. But what drew you as a kid growing up in Atlanta to UAB?
A lot of things drew me to UAB. It was close proximity to Atlanta, 2-hour drive. Coach Pat Sullivan, rest in peace. That's my mentor. He's everything to me. He helped me become the man I am today. Coach Pugh, a lot of the coaches, all the coaches that was on that coaching staff that year, they just welcomed me with open arms. And I wanted to go somewhere where my talent can excel. I wanted to throw the ball around. We had a good times at UAB. Roddy White went first round. We had Willie Quinney, another guy, rest in peace. My wide receiver passed away. A lot of my friends today who I still talk to on recruiting visits, they all drew me into UAB with the coaches, but the biggest person is Coach Sullivan, former Heisman Trophy winner, coming into my college at Douglas High School in Atlanta and just showing me the way, telling me nothing is promised, not giving me, saying, hey, you're going to come in and start. You got to earn your position. And I just wanted to earn my stripes and come in. And that's what got me to UAB, Coach Pat Sullivan and Coach George Pugh.
I mean, 6 o'clock start. The crowd should be huge. I mean, I'm expecting if it's not a full capacity, I'll be very, very surprised just based on what I'm hearing around the town and just so many people are going to be there to be a part of this. But what, in your mind, UAB's got to do to win this game against Liberty? Liberty's a really good team. Malik Willis, who's the quarterback, has even been, talked about in the Heisman conversation and really putting up big numbers. But just wanted to get your take on what you feel like they got to do to win it tomorrow.
After watching Liberty play against Syracuse on last Friday, I just think UAB has to play the same ball game they've been playing all year. Stick to what's got them this far. Stick to what's got them winning championships. Keep Malik Willis in the pocket. Play good defense, and that's how we win games at UAB.
That's right, defense, and even with the offensive numbers that they can put up, but Bill Clark, since he's gotten there, has been very much concentrated on winning the trenches, winning that offensive line, defensive line. Darrell, always great to catch up with you, and thank you for joining us the day before. I know it's a special moment for UAB fans. It's special for them to hear you on the air as well across our network and also on BamaInsider.com. We appreciate you coming on and spending some time with us. We want you back. So I got Trent Richardson over here knocking balls everywhere.
Well, you guys, thank you for having me on, and I'm excited to see all the fans come out. We need to sell out the stadium, and I want everybody to be loud on third downs when Liberty has the ball, where Malik Willis cannot hear. If you all can do that for me, that will make my night and take UAB to a victory. Go Blazers!
All right, my man, go Blazers. Darrell Hackney joining us, a former great at the UAB Blazers, and calling out all the Blazer fans, saying, pack it out, make it loud, make it hard on Malik Willis at the line of scrimmage. So good stuff there by Darrell Hackney. All right, stay with us as we continue, and also want to remind you about one of our great sponsors, and actually Gina's sitting right next to me, Local Realty. Local Realty, go to localrealtyflatfee.com. Jeremy and Gina Miller, not only great family, great team and staff that they put together, but at Local Realty, you're going to save money when it comes to selling your home, really make money. It's on that sell side, $2,900 flat fee up to a $500,000 listing. What that means, you're going to save thousands, if not tens of thousands. They've sold thousands of homes throughout our Metro Birmingham area, and now even beyond that, as they continue to expand and grow. And by doing that, they've saved people millions. I mean, it's been crazy. So you want to find out how they do it, what they do, and how they can help you not only save but make money. It's your equity. You should be able to spend it on another house, retirement, education, vacation, whatever it is. It's your money, and they realize that. $2,900 flat fee up to a $500,000 listing. That's what you get from Local Realty Plus. Great service and great people. Go to localrealtyflatfee.com, localrealtyflatfee.com for more information on Local Realty. All right, we continue live from Topgolf of Birmingham. Stay with us.
This is the Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
Your home for Alabama Crimson Tide football. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Stuck in an expensive timeshare contract and feel like there's no way out?
I'm almost at $10,000 in 4 years. I've never traveled anywhere.
They made this sound that this would be a really good deal, that I could go anywhere, anytime I wanted to. That never worked out.
I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO of Wesley Financial Group. I've helped thousands of people get rid of their timeshares. I know all the tricks because I'm embarrassed to say I once worked in the timeshare industry. We've saved suffering timeshare owners millions in debt and maintenance fees. When you're approved as a client, I guarantee you a 100% success rate. We'll get you out of your timeshare, eliminate your payments, and get them off of your back permanently.
I honestly would recommend that you call Wesley Financial. They will help you.
Call Wesley Financial Group now for your free information kit. If they can't get you out of your timeshare, you'll pay nothing. Call 800-600-9595. 800-600-9595. That's 800-600-9595.
Exam 4 needs to be sanitized.
Mersana's MRI clinic isn't operating at max efficiency. She needs a new certified tech, certifiably now.
Someone's waiting in room 2 for an ACL scan. Can you handle that?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Football season's here. Time to cheer on the home team. Another team you can get behind is BMW of Tuscaloosa, our hometown BMW dealership. Our roster of players is here to ensure you draft the right car. Our starting lineup of new 2021 BMW vehicles is stacked with all-stars, including 7 sports activity vehicles, each crafted to balance dynamic power, spacious interior, and impeccable design in ways only BMW can. Visit BMWofTuscaloosa.com or stop by to get to know your hometown BMW team.
Howdy, y'all. I'm hearing a lot of squabbling over who has the best chicken sandwich, but as the restaurant with chicken in our name, we let our sandwiches do the talking. The KFC chicken sandwich has a huge, breaded, and extra crispy 100% white meat chicken filet, thick crinkle-cut pickles, and real mayo in classic or spicy, stacked on a toasted, buttery brioche bun for only $3.99. So what are you waiting for? Order the KFC sandwich on the KFC app today. At participating locations only, prices may vary, tax extra.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents.
And don't you just love the smell of old books? Shh, this is a library. Sorry, ma'am. We're looking for a book titled Liberty Mutual Customizes Your Car Insurance so you only pay for what you need. I don't think we carry that, but check nonfiction. He really does devour literature. Please leave. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Not to be dramatic, but I'm obsessed with how much I just saved at Kohl's. I got 25% off Nike clothes for the kids, the cutest $39.99 flex hoodie for me, and got great Columbia gear for all our outdoor adventures. Did I mention the extra 20% off and the Kohl's cash I got? So yeah, not sure what I love more, fall deals or fall weather. Select styles, 20% offer ends October 3rd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
A very warm afternoon. The sky partly to mostly sunny, the high 88. For tonight, fair with the low at 69. Tomorrow, partially sunny with a high at 86. Sunday, some clouds around, the chance of a few passing showers during the day, the high at 81. I'm James Spain on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 84 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Hi, welcome back in, and again, live from Top Golf of Birmingham, and we were just talking about local realty, and Gina was here. Jeremy just came up, so and we'll have to ask Gina about her cheering at UAB. And I told Darrell Hackney that some little bird told me that, Gina. I'm not going to tell you who told me that. All right. Arkansas at Georgia coming up. That's at 11 a.m. start tomorrow on ESPN, and number 8 versus number 2. So that's going to be the main kind of headline there early in the morning, Lars, when you look at these two teams and, again, what Coach Pittman has done. But does Arkansas have a chance in your mind? I mean,
just because of the Georgia defense, and Arkansas has struggled to run the ball. But just what a job by Sam Pittman. What a job by Barry Odom, the defensive coordinator, former head coach at Missouri, and what he has done with that defense. I mean, who would have imagined just last year, Jay, at least I was speculating. I don't remember if you were or not, but I thought Arkansas was going to go winless in the SEC. I thought they were going to put up a 0, go 0-10. But what he's done, I think he's the early favorite to be SEC Coach of the Year, if not National Coach of the Year. But what I wanted to ask you, would it be a bigger surprise to you if Arkansas beat Georgia or if Ole Miss beat Alabama? I think I know the answer to this.
Yeah. I mean, I would definitely say Ole Miss, but I will say this: Arkansas is playing great this year. I mean, they're playing tough, man. If they can really take advantage of opportunities, get some non-offensive touchdowns, if they can, play really sound defense and limit them on offense. And look, to me, Georgia, JT Daniels has had his moments, right? And really Bennett came in against some of the lesser talent and put up some big numbers. But against Clemson, they really struggled. I mean, against some other defenses that can really give them challenges up front, especially as far as going to run the football. But I saw Antonio. I think he makes some expressions. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, I didn't make any expressions, man.
Oh,
I was just listening to you, man.
No.
You were doing a great job.
The question. I was talking about the question. You were like,
Hey, listen. It's too many 5-star athletes over there in Georgia. There's 100 of them.
Who told you that?
Shane Beamer.
Yeah, is that right?
There's too many 5-star athletes over there in Georgia to beat them, man. Arkansas is going to give them a good game. A very good game. It's going to be a very good game, but in the end, Georgia would they will overpower them somewhere. They'll wear them down. And that defensive lineman over there that Shane Beamer says can outrun everybody on the call. Probably outrun everybody on this show right now. So
number 99.
Yeah,
holy
man,
cow,
so,
that guy can go.
Hold on, Antonio. What would your 40 time be right now? If you didn't tear your Achilles while running it?
My 40 time right about now, it will probably be so fast that it probably had to bring a fire extinguisher to put my shoes out once I crossed that thing.
I thought I was going to have to measure it with a sundial.
Let me tell you something, Lord. Don't get it twisted now. I can still roll if I have to. I just shut the engine off like NASCAR to save fuel.
I could roll if I was running away from you and I really made you angry.
You can't run anymore. You tore your Achilles. I watch you walk.
So I was on SEC Network Radio with Peter Burns, who's coming up here in just a little bit as well, and Chris Doring, and they asked, what are some bets or things you guys do on the show and stuff. So I told him, I said, Antonio's the king of this. So he's got the challenge with soccer. Lars gets 10 shots, and Antonio's going to be the goalie, and he's got to go 10 for 10 in order to win. All right? Or no, you just can't make one. Is that right?
Yeah, I have to make all.
You just got to make 1 out of 10. Yeah, okay, there it is.
No.
I have to make all 10. I don't think he can stop me.
Okay, that was a challenge. And then I told him about your challenge to Derek Lassick.
Oh,
wanting to fight him.
I really want that one with Lassie. Lawrence, I'm not worried about at all. I mean, you watch him walk, you tell he can't kick a soccer ball right now.
You do have a little, I don't know if that limp's from the injury or what.
I was just recently with a friend.
Yeah.
And
my friend told me, man, you walk slow. I'm like, yeah, this is from being in the South. Everything's a little bit slower in the South, and just I'm savoring the moment.
Yeah, I think it's from you being with Ted too much, walking around with him.
Yeah,
Ted's his dog. Make sure you know that.
The fastest we ever see Ted run is when he's coming to the studio.
Oh, it's hilarious. Dude, he came in like Nick Saban running out of the tunnel the other day. They opened the door and he like a bull coming out of the pen.
He sprinted right to you.
He did.
Jay.
I
Yeah,
could not
that
believe.
was-
I'd
that
never
was
seen him
pretty
run that
incredible.
fast. Crazy.
Ted walked like he needed a hip replacement.
He probably does. All right, Antonio, what's your take on Cincinnati and Notre Dame? Who do you like in that game? Cincinnati's played well this year.
Cincinnati has played well, but I still think Notre Dame will be just too much for them right now. Notre Dame looks strong, but Notre Dame always lose season.
Yeah.
Then they win out and they make it to the play and they get beat by 50.
Mm-hmm.
Join the conference, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Join that conference and then figure out where you really are. Don't just be out there independent and then get in everybody. Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
Then they get in the playoffs and get beat by 50. You be like, Notre Dame, really?
Yeah, right. I think Coach Kelly, though, was it 3 years ago? He changed up some of his process plan, all that. Went out, hired some new coaches, hired a new strength and conditioning coach, started really implementing things differently, even in the style of player that he recruited, and then also how they developed those players. And it's really paid off. I mean, I see a difference in them over the last few years.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't think Notre Dame gets enough credit. You know, when they win, it's like, oh, they should have won. If they ever lose, it's like, well, they played down to the level of the competition. But Antonio, I wanted to get your take real quick on Clemson and losing to North Carolina State last week. They're 2-2. They're out of the contention for the playoffs. Do you think this marks a real sort of shift for Clemson? And is this going to be tough for Dabo to rebound from?
It is not the end of the dynasty for Clemson. It's not the end of the world for Dabo and Clemson. Hey, everybody goes through it. Look at the stretch Alabama had when we couldn't win games. We were losing games. We couldn't get the right coach in position. We went through that. He is going through that phase this year. That was a great recruiter. His staff is good. He will go back and he will get the players he needs, and he will be back in contention next year. It's just 1 year. Soon as let Nick lose 2 games, and then we'll have the Bama dynasty is over. Can't get any more five-star players. Huh?
It's already been said.
Yeah, so
over the years. I mean, people made that comment.
A fuss about it. He's having one of those years. Everybody has it. He comes back next year. He's back in contention. He fights again and all that. Maybe if he hired me and Jay, he probably wouldn't be in that situation.
That's what I was thinking. He needs a changeover in staff. Maybe
yeah.
They've been working.
Hire
too
you
long
and I,
together.
man. We'll be good for him, man. We could go somewhere then, man.
All right, we got food now coming in, which is really good. But that though, you're right. I mean, you go through those moments, and I try to tell people, or when people get on this topic, even friends of ours, they know Dabo. They're like, man, is this? And I'm like, dude, it's one season. He's built this thing up, and he's doing well. He's recruiting, and sometimes you miss on some guys, and it's not even sometimes not even ability. It's just chemistry. It's the way guys really come together, and I think that seems to be more of it right now. I do think the talent level doesn't look quite what it's been. I think back when Deshaun was there, and even after that, even when Trevor was there, I thought the talent was going down just a little bit as far as the recruiting, even though they were getting some of the big stars and some of the big players. But I really think that I've talked to Lars about this and others. Coach Saban is so far along in coaching. I mean, he's 20-something. Dabo is in his, 15th year head coaching?
Yeah.
Something like that. I mean, Coach Saban's been there for 15 years at Alabama. I mean, and before that, had about 15 years as head coach before he got there, coach NFL. He's getting to that point where he'll find his.
Here's the biggest problem right now.
He hasn't peaked out. Is what I'm saying.
Clemson has 2 problems right now: offensive line and running back situation. You can't judge a wide receiver because the quarterback doesn't have time to throw the football. The offensive line is bad, and the run they don't have the running back like they had when they had 18. So that's where they are right now. He get some good 5-star running backs in. Let his line mature. They're young. They were young last year. And then let's see next year. If he do it next year, then we say, he may be in trouble.
Yeah.
You hear Coach Saban say a lot, like hey, just because you put on the Alabama uniform doesn't mean you're going to go out there and win the game, right? And I think the Florida game was a real wake-up call for some of the younger players at Alabama. And maybe some of that is happening at Clemson right now. You just think because, hey, we're Clemson, we're going to go out there and get it done. And no, I certainly don't think this marks the end of what they have going on at Clemson. Their recruiting classes have just been too strong, right there with Alabama in terms of recruiting rankings. And as we've seen, recruiting rankings have a direct correlation typically with where you finish 3 years later.
Yeah. And as I think I told this to Antonio the other day, I said, this is just another Paul Feinbaum. You know, I mean, he's those the Feinbaum out there every once in a while. And he did it to Dabo before. He's done it to Coach Saban, and it just got a ton of attention. And what I saw from reaction on the chat, you know, after that comment was made on ESPN.com, a ton of Clemson fans they love Dabo. They support him. They understand that he's more than just a coach to them. He's been a really great example to them and the players.
Jay, can I just ask this question?
You can.
The listeners out there, can someone please Google and find Lars Anderson's name on the roster at this Division III school that he plays soccer at? I need to see it because he said it in the Jay.
He said it.
Huh?
Talking about the Bishop Sycamore team.
That's probably what it is.
St. Olaf College, 1989. I'll try to find it on my own laptop for you. Yeah, St. Olaf College.
St. Olaf.
Our starting
Spell
front
that out.
line. It was Lars, Leif, and Thor.
That was the name, y'all's first names?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a very Norwegian school.
Sounds more
not a lot of Southerners
prestigious.
at that school.
Anybody can find that, please send it to us.
Right.
We need
I think Trey's looking it up right now. He's trying to. He needs some spelling on it. Hey, I trust him.
Jay,
Yeah.
Don't do that. You don't trust him right now. Don't say that. I don't trust him.
Oh my gosh, about fell back in my seat.
Do not say that. I need to see proof.
Yes.
I need proof of life.
Antonio, you won't let this go.
I'm not. Are you telling
No, man, you have been on this now for about 3 months.
Jeremy sitting there taking it back to the net, man. I think you want to challenge Jay. I can see y'all two doing it.
Yeah, Jay had.
Oh my gosh.
Last time we were out here, Jay was hitting it to the back of the net consistently.
Hey, let me say a shout out to Oscar Calerga. Calerga? Is that how you say it? I can't remember how you say his last name, but Oscar, who is in. You want to try to pronounce it? Amigo, that's it, yes. But he's watching us, one of our fans down in Mexico. We've done a lot of work with him. He's done a lot of stuff for ESPN and Deportes and all that. So good stuff. Fully promoted. Do you struggle with finding new ideas for your brand, marketing your business? Is your organization trying to find unique items that people really like to receive and use? In today's competitive business environment, your brand needs to stand out. And to get noticed, Fully Promoted offers extensive branding marketing solutions to get your name in front of your potential customers. They have local experts that specialize in putting your logo on apparel, team gear, caps, promotional products, trade show items, and printed materials. They provide access to samples that you can touch and feel, personalized service to assist you with product selection and decoration methods, taking your brand to the next level. Call Fully Promoted today at 205-406-6430 and mention that you heard this ad on the Jay Barker Show for a special offer. 205-406-6430 is the number. Again, 406-6430. Are you fully promoted? All right, we'll continue live from Topgolf of Birmingham. We got Jeremy and Jenny Mill. We're going to get them on as well, talking about Local Realty, one of our great sponsors of Local Realty, flatfee.com. Stay with us.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866-4-VITURO or visit VituroHealth.com.
Hi, it's Jay Barker for AVX, Audio Video Excellence. They are the premier provider for custom audio visual design and installation in the Southeast. AVX seeks excellence in everything it does, including a superior employee experience. AVX offers employees an industry-leading salary, its benefits, and 401k options. AVX technicians also receive the highest level of certification and continue training, making it one of the most awarded and decorated companies in the industry. Career opportunities are available now for technicians in Birmingham and Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. Join the AVX team by contacting them at avxinc.com.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. If you're average and you're looking for a new pair of running or walking shoes, I suggest you go to an average shoe store, where they'll sell you a pair of average shoes built for the average person with average size feet. But here's the thing, you're not average. No one is. We all exercise differently. We run differently. We walk differently. And our feet come in all sorts of widths and lengths. That's why at the New Balance Birmingham store, we employ fit specialists who will conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot's size and shape, along with your gait, and then determine the best New Balance shoes custom fit to you. Because New Balance isn't your average shoe, and you're not average either. Experience the difference an unaverage custom fit makes today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham. Your feet will thank you.
Hi, it's Jay Barker. I want to tell you about my good friends Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker. Go online at bhambroker.com. That's bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Got 7 kids, man, and we had to sell a lot of cars. And these guys are looking for a lot of inventory. They helped us with all the hassle. No stress for us. They did the process as far as the sales and everything, handled it all the way through. White glove type service. You'll love it. Again, it's bhambroker.com. Sell your car through bhambroker.com. 205-716-1269. Hi, it's Jay Barker for Siebel's in downtown Homewood, and now's the time to get your special place ready. Come in and let Siebel's design your porch with Kingsley Bait outdoor furniture and one of their custom swinging beds. For the great room, you're going to need their Carson swivel recliner. Siebel's is the #1 Carson recliner dealer in the country, and Sarah and I, we've got one, and we absolutely love it. Be sure also to check out their famous custom-made beds and bunk beds, built by Siebel's and made up with some of their best linens in town. Their staff can truly put your bed together like no other store. You can also follow Siebel's and shop on Instagram and Facebook. And be sure to call or go by their special store in downtown Homewood. The number is 800-448-1962. That's 800-448-1962. And just for listening, go to Siebel's and order anything you want and type in Jay Barker for a special discount code. That's Jay Barker for a special discount code available only to our listeners for a limited time on the Jay Barker Show. Siebel's in downtown Homewood or online at siebelscottage.com.
It's Antonio Langham here to tell you about the easy way to buy your tickets to your next high school game. Have you ever had to wait in line to buy a high school ticket or stop to get cash on the way to the game? There has to be a better way. There it is. It's called GoFan. Check out gofan.co. Get a ticket for a high school game. GoFan is easy, fast, and completely secure. You can buy tickets directly from your phone and just show the ticket at the gate. Download the GoFan app or visit gofan.co now. That's gofan.C.O.
Again, and we got, man, guys hitting golf balls. Lars about to attempt. Cannot find Lars' college. Lars, you're gonna have to give us this again. We can't find it. I think it's. I think he's catfishing us. That's it. All right, joining us now, Gina and Jeremy Miller, local realty, and then coming up, Peter Burns is going to be joining us at 45. So at 1:45, he'll be with us. Peter Burns from the SEC Network, get his take on all things happening around the SEC coming up this weekend. So, yeah, you guys sit down. Jeremy, Gina Miller, and you've seen them. We've had them in studio. Now you're seeing them out here at Top Golf. And I'm going to ask Gina a question right now because her mouth is full. Who cheered at UAB and asked that your husband told me that, and I told Darrell Hackney that. He's like, man, that's awesome. But Jeremy, when you come out here and you see you grab the club, you just went right at it, you start ripping the golf balls. Wait, you got a blister? Do it again. Sit.
Yeah, got a blister on my hand, still enjoying it, man. Top golf is where it's at. Love Top golf.
Gina, do you play? Would you come out?
I mean, I tried. I missed it a lot, but yeah, I tried.
I got you. You missed it a lot. You said, "Oh, missed the ball."
I missed the ball
the game.
a lot.
Oh, okay,
no,
I got you.
No, I missed the ball. I'm not talented in that way.
Hey, tell everybody, Jeremy, and I know I talk about you guys every day, but just kind of the philosophy, what local realty is all about, and how you continue to grow. I mean, you just opened up the new Pelham location, right?
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our home office. We finally found a location we were comfortable with, but at the end of the day, I mean, we just operate all around the metropolitan area, Huntsville, Montgomery. I mean, we're really strong in a lot of those areas, but we just wanted a main hub just to give our agents, and we're really excited about it, man.
Where do you want to go next? I mean, is there some target markets?
We're looking at, we'd love to be on the coast. Gina loves 30A in Florida, so maybe Florida's later, but no, I mean.
That would be Gina's home office.
If you know any good real estate agents in Tuscaloosa, tell them to holler at us, because we have a lot of clients that want to work there, and we're just having to refer them for now because we want to serve them best.
Right.
So.
Yeah. I got you, man. It's when you expand, that's probably the hardest part is just finding the right people and the right connections and the people that have the same beliefs you have, and
it's all about the
business. Fit. All about the fit, the chemistry, definitely. Yep. So explain to everybody what, look, man, I explain it and talk about the flat fee, but just walk through it and what you guys do for them.
I mean, just real short and sweet. Instead of charging a 6% commission, with 3 of that going to a buyer's agent and then 3 of that going to us, the listing agent. On the listing agent side, we have a flat fee that's $2,900. That's up to a house price of $500,000. So, I mean, for us, the job is the same on a $100,000 house or a $500,000 house, give or take, but the time investment. And so that's pretty much it. So $200,000 house, you got a client saving $3,000. They go to $500,000, they're saving $12,000 with us instead of paying 6% commission. So
that's great. Yeah.
We got a referral for a client who we sold a house on Lake Martin, $1.5 million almost, give or take, and they're saving over $30,000. About to set a new record.
That is unbelievable.
$30,000, Jay. That's a nice vehicle for you or Trent. I mean, just saying, us little people.
Whatever, man. That is a lot of money. I gotta say, Lars just hit one right to the net, right down the middle.
Lars is beast.
Good shot. Good shot. Yeah, I know that far, but I just wanted to get.
He hit it on the front net, 5 feet away.
That one just went a little bit right fade there, but that last one was great. Hey, when were you a cheerleader at UAB?
So I started.
Let me get you close to that mic.
Sorry, I started cheering 03, I think 06 or 05. It's about 2 years.
Was that who was coaching then? Do you remember?
Oh, I don't. It's been so long. I do know that Darrell Hackney was quarterback during that time. Yes, Roddy White was there. Yes. Trying to think who else. That like
good times. Good times.
It was a really good cheerleader too.
I was so talented.
Probably why.
Did you know her? Did you know her?
I got to see her last season.
Oh, you did?
Cheering, man. It was great.
That's awesome. Were you at UAB as well?
No, I played baseball over at Miles College.
That's right. We talked about that. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
You can't possibly remember all that. That's too much to know. Yeah, no. I wish I'd played
put
ball
in
in
my
Alabama,
notes.
if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
It's okay. I love Miles College for real, man. Great.
It's a great university. Now with Bobby Knight over there as the president and running that place really, really well. Well, I just want to say hello to you guys. Thank y'all for coming out. And again, this is Local Realty. This is Gina and Jeremy Miller. And go to localrealtyflatfee.com. This is localrealtyflatfee.com to find out more information about Local Realty. All right, we got Peter Burns from the SEC Network going to join us coming up here in about 4 or 5 minutes, and look forward to that. Get his take on some of the games across the SEC coming up this weekend. Stay with us. We'll be back.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
Your home for Alabama Crimson Tide football. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents.
And Doug. Don't you just love the smell of old books? Shh. This is a library. Sorry, ma'am. We're looking for a book titled Liberty Mutual Customizes Your Car Insurance so you only pay for what you need. I don't think we carry that, but check nonfiction. He really does devour literature. Please leave. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Man, I slept.
New ZQuil Pure Z's Restorative Herbal Sleep is made for people who are tired of being tired.
I've never slept like this before. I've never woken up like this before.
A melatonin-free sleep aid made with a botanical blend that contains clinically studied and effective valerian root, hops, and passion flower, shown to help promote better restorative sleep. ZQuil Pure Z's Restorative Herbal Sleep. Sleep this good, feel this good. Available at retailers near you.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon. Cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Some months I make $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code WIN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your next fill-up. You can cash out anytime to PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code WIN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code WIN.
You know your closet well, but what does it sound like? Yes, your closet. Does it whisper your taste? Does it scream your taste? The new Stitch Fix Freestyle, your personalized store, gets to know your unique style and fit. Its selection transforms to show you only the looks and trends you love. With a store that evolves alongside your taste, your closet will scream, "So you," without actually screaming. Introducing Stitch Fix Freestyle for women and men, your personalized store. We're so you.
High prices don't get you a great network. A great network gets you a great network. It's why Total Wireless runs on the largest, most dependable network, now with 5G. And for a limited time, we're doubling your high-speed data on our $35 unlimited plan from 5 gigs to 10. So you can double your binging, your scrolling, your everything. Total Wireless. Do amazing. Available at Total Wireless stores. Capable device and SIM required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. Offer ends 12/31/2021. First 10 gigs at high speed, then 2G. Terms and conditions at totalwireless.com/terms.
Want to learn a new language so it will actually stick? Try Babbel. Practice real-life conversations in the Babbel app.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Get personalized help in Babbel's live online classes.
Classes are limited to 6 people, so everyone can get the help they need.
Review words and phrases with fun games, or dive into the culture with short videos. Whatever your learning style, Babbel gives you the tools you need. Babbel. More ways to learn. Start learning a new language today at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
A very warm afternoon. The sky partly to mostly sunny, the high 88. For tonight, fair with the low at 69. Tomorrow, partially sunny with a high at 86. Sunday, some clouds around, the chance of a few passing showers during the day, the high at 81. I'm James Spain on the ABC 3240 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 84 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Long time in college football. Takes a handoff again. Breaks 3 tackles, gets away. And Trent Richardson picking up a couple blocks. He might take it. Cuts back, stays on his feet. What a move. Shake it, bake it, and he makes it. Touchdown. Every Heisman campaign has a play that people talk about. This might be it.
All right, welcome back in. And again, we're at Top Golf at Birmingham as we continue to broadcast here live on this Friday edition. That was the Trent Richardson run. against Ole Miss, where he made, I think, about 20 people miss, probably his own team on that particular touchdown run. Will stutter and stop down toward about the 10-yard line and in for the touchdown. All right, let's talk to a guy that knows a lot about touchdowns and also the SEC Network. Actually had a chance to be with him and Chris Doring the other morning as well on their show, but great to welcome in Peter Burns from the SEC Network as always. Peter, thanks for being with us.
Boys, I'm a little upset I didn't get the Topgolf invite. You know I'm a big golfer, man. I didn't. You can't let me know and give me a little heads up before you guys just show up and do that, or what?
Yeah, we'd have flown you in. You know, we could have gotten you here pretty quick and got you on the show live, and we could have played a little bit for this afternoon, but I know you're really busy.
You just give me McElroy's private jet. I'm sure he has one over there. So next time, just send me McElroy's jet, yeah. And I'm in for sure.
He does, no doubt. So when you look at the weekend, as far as just the games, I mean, pretty amazing. Arkansas, Georgia starts it off at 11 a.m. You got Alabama, Ole Miss, which is going to be a big one, especially for us at 2:30 down in T-Town. But let's start with those two matchups, and let's start with Arkansas and Georgia. Kind of your thoughts on how this Pittman and this Arkansas team, just what are their chances in Athens?
I mean, not very good, and that's not to say anything about Arkansas, right? I mean, they're kind of like America's team right now, getting it done. I think that's just more of a credit to what Kirby has built, 5-star upon 5-star there in Athens. And, I think this team is the number one team in the country. And I think they're only getting healthier, right? We'll see Tyke Smith get back in their secondary. We'll see Garnett play tight end for them a little bit this weekend, which will help them run the ball. So, for me, I look at Arkansas, they're playing with house money, right? Like this is beyond their dreams of what they could get done. I just think that they just run into a buzzsaw, which is this defense coming up. And that's, I think the biggest concern that I have is I only saw 9 completions last week against Texas A&M, and 6 of them went to Treylon Burks. And I'm a firm believer that Kirby and all these guys have done nothing but game plan on how to keep Burks out of this game. And if they do that, with KJ Jefferson not being 100%, it should be Bulldogs all day long enough.
Peter, I wish you were here with us at Top Golf today because we could use your golf expertise because I'm watching Antonio Langham trying to hit the ball, and it's not a pretty sight. And Trent was struggling a little bit earlier, and it just confirms my belief that the only football players who can play golf well are kickers and quarterbacks because they have more time off. But Peter, just your thoughts on Alabama, Ole Miss. Do you think Ole Miss has a chance to pull off the upset?
I mean, yeah, if you go back and look at last year, do they have a chance, right? Absolutely. But, Antonio Langham also has a chance to actually hit the green once out of every 4 or 5 times, right? It's probably not very good chance if you're telling me about his golf swing. So, I think that maybe the best thing that happened to Alabama in this game is being scared by Ole Miss last year, right? I mean, they've been able to look at exactly how Lane Kiffin wanted to draw it up with all those skill positions that they had, and yet they still won. And I'll go back and also say, guys, I think, Florida, them pushing around Alabama, especially running the ball, actually helped Alabama as well, too. They were able to go in there and take a look at what their kind of pressure points are. And I think, he's the greatest coach in the history of the game. He's Nick Saban. He's going to be able to make adjustments. So I still haven't seen anybody stop Bryce Young, and I still think it's Bama. And I can see Ole Miss scoring some late to keep it close, but I think it's Bama in an easy way.
Your take on Mississippi State at number 15, Texas A&M. Texas A&M coming off a tough loss, Arkansas, and just going to number 15 after being ranked 5, 6, 7 at one point in time. And again, we're talking with Peter Burns in the SEC Network. But break down that game for us. Kind of what do you think? Does Mississippi State have a chance?
Yeah, I mean, State has a chance, and for no other reason, the defense, right? Zach Arnett's defense down there in Starkville has been fantastic, and they're keeping that team in it. And I go back and look at it. I mean, guys, I did not understand, what was going to be the issues with Texas A&M. Not necessarily with losing Haynes King, but when they lost so many of that offensive line, right? I think we've gotten punch drunk on teams like Alabama and Georgia just being able to wash, rinse, repeat, and just replace great players. And we think it's easy. And clearly that's not the case. And this is a big danger zone for Jimbo Fisher and the Aggies. I mean, you lose this game at home, you're going to go 3-2. And then guess what the next game on the schedule is? Oh, yeah, by the way, it's Alabama coming into town, and that doesn't look very good. So there's a potential they could start the season 3-3. And I guess, I guess maybe that's the reason why, all of a sudden Jimbo ended up agreeing to that contract extension. He wanted to get the deal done before these games got played. So I guess Jimmy Sexton's the smartest guy in the room, as he normally is.
Peter, your thoughts on team? You know a lot about LSU and LSU taking on Auburn. Auburn, it seems like, hasn't won in Death Valley for about 100 years. Do you give Auburn a fighting chance? And who do you expect to start for quarterback for the Tigers? Auburn, that is.
Yeah, I can tell. The last time Auburn won, Cole Kubelik had hair, and he was playing for the Tigers. So that was back in 1999. I think it was standard def back then. But, they smoke cigars on the field, and it's since then LSU has won 10 straight. I firmly believe that Ryan Harston starts TJ Finley, gives him that opportunity, kind of like the lover scorned about his former team. And if it doesn't work out, then you get an opportunity to bring Bo Nix in once again. So I do think that you will see two quarterbacks play. I think it's kind of riding the hot hand. And there's not going to be a team that knows kind of the deficiencies or how to play the deficiencies of TJ Finley better than what LSU saw. I mean, remember, in this spring, he was a third string quarterback for the Tigers. So I think Bo Nix ultimately plays part in that game, but I still think it's LSU winning it, and they have to win it because, again, just like everybody else, this schedule for LSU is absolute murderous row. They've got at Kentucky, then Florida, then Ole Miss, then Alabama, and then Arkansas. They don't win this game, all of a sudden 7-5, 6-6 becomes a reality if they don't win this
one. Top Golf today, actually, because we're right across the street from the new field, protected field, the UAB will play Liberty in for the first time after the comeback of the program. I'd love to get your thoughts just on what Bill Clark has done. I know it's not the SEC, but it's a great story for college football.
I mean, it might be the best story. And I get so upset whenever it's not covered the way that it should do. And when I drive by every time I go to Birmingham for, the baseball tournament or for, media days, I look at that stadium and I'm like, that's just awesome, right? To think that this thing was going to be done. And to see that Clark said, you know what, I'm a good coach. I could go other places, but he believed in it so much for him to stick around. Like, how do you, maybe I lied earlier when I said Arkansas should be America's team. It might be UAB for what they've had to do. So, it's a credit. And I think one of the things too is we get, so punch drunk talking about, the Georgias and the Alabamas of the world, but really what makes college football great are those programs that don't get that love. So I hope they beat the living hell out of Liberty, and I hope that it's a good way to ring in a brand new stadium because those fan base and Clark and those players deserve it absolutely.
One of the quarterbacks on that team as well. So I'm excited about the game tomorrow night. Peter, thank you, my man. Always great to have you on. Thanks for joining us on this Friday edition. Have a great weekend.
All right, I'm coming in to play golf next time. See you, boys.
Come on. We'd love it. All right. Peter Burns from the SEC Network. As we wrap up, got about a minute left. We appreciate Mark Grenier, all the folks out here, Jimmy, JW, Scotty, all the guys who have helped us since we've been here. And this wonderful place to come out, Lars, and have a good time with your family and friends and coworkers and everybody.
Hi, this